Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's evening relaxation, and we're going to dive right into it. So, the key of tonight's meditation is for you to gain I would say, a decent, solid understanding of your etheric system, your energy system, the body. And if you want to understand in terms of our true form, we can understand ourselves as, again, different layers and energy links. So essentially, your body is this different frequency. And because we vary frequencies, we need to understand that our body is a dense and an etheric form, so an energetic form. And we all feel this stuff. When we get excited, when we get those butterflies, we feel these varying energies that impact the body all the time. And we can understand this as our prana, our chi, our vitality. And the most important thing to understand is that you can heal yourself. And that when we have issues in our etheric system or our energy system, it leads directly to physical problems, physical ailments. So, one of the things that you're going to learn tonight is the different centers and the different parts of the body in which they interact with. And again, you're just going to be hanging out, sitting silently with the eyes closed, just relaxed. So, find a nice place where you can simply just chill and relax, whether that be sitting in a chair or lying on the ground. Just make sure you don't fall asleep. And if you do, I don't blame you. It's going to be a nice, chill time. So, most importantly, we're looking to keep this one short. So, I just want to say thanks everyone for joining tonight, and I hope you gained something. So, ultimately, we just want to know that in all aspects of life, we have the capacity and ability to heal ourselves. And despite what Western medicine tells us, we still don't understand the placebo effect. I mean, they still don't understand the placebo effect themselves, meaning that we can literally take a pill of sugar, and if we're told that it's something, it can have a bodily effect, it can have a reaction. So, what we're doing here, the work that's going to be done, understand that whatever's going on within your experience, embrace it and understand that this is the natural path of healing that we're all capable of. So, mind over matter is so true in this sense when we understand that it is your energetic system that really initiates and echoes into the material. So, here, if you notice something in a certain part of the body, take note, but just let it happen. Just accept it. And again, just relax, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. So, from here, we want to focus on our breathing, which is going to be a nice inhale. We're going to pause and hold that breath, and then exhale slowly. And then again, you want to just pause casually with empty lungs, and then take another nice breath. So, how you're going to do this is you want to take that left hand and you want to put it just right up on that jugular. And from here, just take a nice deep breath to your own heartbeat. And you don't really need to count the beats. You just want to find a nice pace. And gradually, just get used to that pattern of just relaxed, deep breathing. So again, you're taking a nice deep inhale, holding that breath, exhaling, and you're feeling like that air is running out comfortably though. And then from there, all you're doing is just pausing again with empty lungs before you take a next breath. You want to find the natural rhythm and flow of the body. And whenever you find that flow, go ahead and remove that hand and allow it to be comfortable. From here, we'll take a nice breath together to the tap of the bell and begin our inwards journey as we close our eyes. We begin by imagining ourselves surrounded by a red mist, a light pink rose light. Taking a breath with each tap of the bell, we bring our attention and our breath drawing inwards towards the base of the spine. If you're sitting, it's pretty much your bottom, our root chakra. Our root chakra governs the spine itself, our adrenal glands, and the extremities. Its function is to ground and root ourselves, but is also our survival instincts, our ability to manifest, and our gateway into our history, from our ancestors to our planetary Earth history, as we are of this Earth. Each breath you bring in more rose red light to the base of the spine. When the center is properly aligned, we feel stable, rooted, safe, courageous, and confident in ourselves, and vitalized, full of life. But when this center is misaligned, we feel disconnected, panicked, anxious, never safe or relaxed. Again, we take deep breaths, focusing on the base of the spine with light red rose light. The issues and blockages to this center that can harm us have to do with bodily addictions, basic necessities, overall survival. And understand that as this is our gateway into manifestation, most problems are directly related to the root chakra. We heal this center through grounding and rooting ourselves with the earth. Simply digging our toes into the dirt and walking amongst the trees is even Westernly quantified and scientifically known to heal us. We heal this center through our own love. As we shift higher, slightly up the spine, just below the navel, we now begin to breathe in a beautiful orange light like the sunrise and the sunset. Here, we shift our attention into the sacral chakra. It governs the sexual organs and the kidneys. The function of this center is our creativity, our sexuality, our emotions, and our desires. When this center is properly aligned, we accept life's experiences. We're comfortable with our sexuality, our bodies, our emotions, along with that of others. When this center is misaligned, we lack creativity and satisfaction. Overly sexually active or underly, in addition to riding that emotional roller coaster we all know in life. Again, we're taking deep breaths just below the navel of bright orange light. blockages arise with over and underactivity of our sexual being, in addition to lacking outlets of creative expression and higher aspiration. We heal this center by exploring and accepting our past and our history, our experiences themselves. We practice self-love and creative expression. We heal the center through our love. Again, we shift our attention higher as this orange light transforms into a brilliant yellow, a golden mist of light surrounding us. Here we bring our attention to our solar plexus, the bread box, the crest right below the lower ribs. As we take in deep breaths of that golden yellow light. Our solar plexus governs our digestive tract, similar to that gut feeling. It's in charge of the central nervous system, our lower brain, our hindbrain. This center functions as the power source of the human spirit, our will. Our confidence and our self-mastery, so to speak. When the center is properly aligned, you feel in harmony with yourself and at peace with others. You are in control without the influences of the ego and the lesser natures. When the center is misaligned, we have low self-esteem and lack of self-worth. In addition to an inability to follow through. Again, taking deep breaths through the solar plexus, allowing the body to simply relax as we build more space in our seeing. Issues and blockages are seen in our self-esteem, our confidence, and how we see our worth and self-value. We heal this center through acts of self-love, self-acceptance, and positivity. And you can start by putting a big smile on your face and taking a nice deep breath of that beautiful golden yellow light. And we heal the center through our love. Our tension builds higher and higher, climbing up the spine to the center of our sternum, our middle of our chest, to our heart center, where this yellow light transforms into a beautiful green, shining emerald light, expanding from our chest. And deep breaths building this light more and more as we bring in air into the body and energy from the universe around us. The heart governs our thymus and our immune system for the body. It's the center of unconditional love and joy, compassion and forgiveness. When this center is properly aligned, you find unconditional love overwhelming, thus giving you freedom, joy, and gratitude. And again, we take in a nice deep breath of that beautiful green light, expanding from our chest. When this center is misaligned, we might have troubles with self-love, self-care, and an inability to relate to ourselves and others. We may feel disconnected and cold, so to speak. Issues and blockages arise with our own love of self and others, our own willingness to accept. And simply let go and be happy. And again, we take a deep breath with that beautiful green light all around us, overflowing the body. We heal this center by humbling ourselves through the knowing that all beings suffer and go through life and are simply trying to dance their dance. We forgive ourselves of our past pains and mistakes and simply let go. For openness is love. We heal the center through our love. And again, the attention shifts higher. Now we're in the middle of the throat, the Adam's apple region, on our throat chakra. And this light transforms into a brilliant blue, bright like the sky. Again, our attention shifts to that throat region, taking in big, deep breaths of that beautiful blue light. And this center is in charge of our vocal cords, our thyroid and respiratory system, responsible for sound. This center is in charge of our communication, but is also the center of expression, sound, and honesty or truth. When the center is properly aligned, you can communicate with others and yourself effectively without judgment, falsehoods, and assumptions. Your actions become effortless, and you speak truth. Again, taking deep breaths with our attention to the throat, that beautiful sky blue light. Issues and blockages arise with our communication, self-expression within ourselves and outside of ourselves. and how often we lie or withhold truth. We heal this center by holding ourselves accountable and being genuine, honest with ourselves. Be our most genuine and sincere self by being truthful. Again, we shift our attention higher and higher to the middle of the brow, the third eye chakra, as this light blue light transforms into an indigo or a deeper blue with a little bit of purple. Again, taking deep breaths, focusing in the center of the brow. This center governs our pituitary glands, our sinuses, and our eyes, for it represents that inner sight or insight. It's our center of intuition, vision, and imagination. When this center is aligned, we bring an expansion of our awareness, establishing further as the seer. We gain insight and connect to those higher realms of all that is. Again, taking a deep breath of that beautiful indigo light to the brow. When the center is misaligned, we have an unruly mind and are often victims of it and that of our internal space. When we have troubles focusing and often are plagued by addictions. Issues and blockages arise with conflict, with our imagination, and our decision making. We lack the wisdom to learn from the mistakes. And again, taking deep breaths with that beautiful indigo light to the brow. We know that we can heal ourselves by seeing the totality and big picture of things, by looking at the cause and effect, and taking away the personal that causes ourselves to misperceive, both externally and within. We heal the center through our love. And we peak and build ourselves up to the crown chakra, the top of the head, the center of the skull. As this indigo light transforms into a royal and brilliant violet, and the beautiful purple like we see in the clouds at dusk. With each breath, the center at the top of our skull gets bigger and larger, like a flower opening up to take in the sun. The crown chakra governs our pineal gland, the brain and nervous system itself, for it is the true king of experience. The function of the center is our spiritual throne, our consciousness itself, our knowing of oneness in the realm of inspiration. Again, taking a deep breath from the top of the skull, that brilliant violet light getting larger and larger, engulfing the body in a beautiful sphere of light. When the center is properly aligned, you live in harmony and connect with all life on the physical and spiritual levels. And when the center is misaligned, we have no spiritual connection. We feel cut off from ourselves and the world. We feel depressed, have lack of purpose and sense of self and direction in life. Issues and blockages arise with inner and outer beauty, or lack of connection with others, and spirituality itself. Again, we take a deep breath of that brilliant violet light to the top of the skull. We heal the center by simply observing that which what we see internally and externally from the position of the seer. We are the silent witness and knower, experiencer of life. The most important aspect of the crown chakra is that it encompasses the threefold Om, the AUM, the divine chord in which all of us resonate to. But it is not just a note of three, it is actually a chord of four notes, the fourth being silence. And it is that silence which truly represents the crown chakra, for it is our silent witness that represents our true position in this game of observation and play of life. So we allow ourselves to focus on our breath. As each breath transforms from that brilliant violet light, it resonates from the bottom of the spine all the way through the top, where we're connected by our silver cord, our divine thread of brilliant white light that unites us to the source of all. And it is within our own power of divine beingness that we can harness the true healing power of this human experience. We heal the center through our love. And we heal all centers of the body through our love. Using the sound of life, we use these energies to heal and mend our energetic form, which will flow into this physical body. And with one more deep breath, we take in pure white light with a beautiful smile on our face, filling in every inch of the body, and a nice relaxed exhale. We simply let go of the breath and observe in the silent position inner space below. And simply rest in the silence. Allow yourself to observe the internal environment, the sensations of the body. And whenever you're feeling comfortable, you can simply open the eyes. Or if you feel nice and relaxed, you can just stay put with the eyes closed. And that concludes our evening relaxation meditation. Ooh. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you feel nice and relaxed. Again, feel free to refer back to this video anytime you do feel the chaos of life getting to you and you just don't quite know where things are coming from. You can reflect back upon this and kind of pinpoint some areas to reflect upon, because each center, again, focus on a different aspect of life, whether it be our ability to follow through and manifest things in the root to love others in the heart. I know many of us are plagued by the third eye and the crown chakras. Those are the realms of the mind, and many of us play victim to it. But when we awaken on these levels of the mind and no longer get tricked by the games of the mind itself, you'd be so amazed and impressed with your own inner silence that's always present. So the more we practice this inner healing, the visualization, the light breathing, your pranayama, just getting to the natural rhythm of the body, the more powerful you get. Because this is a practice of, again, tapping into the energy of life and the universe that's all around us. What we've known since the 70s, that the universe is energy on varying levels of wavelength and frequency and, vibration. So allow yourself to understand that and really, just marinate in that, knowing that everything around you is energy, that you are energy. And when you harness the momentum of life and you steer it in the direction that rings true to you, beautiful things happen. And I hope that you build upon this practice. And whenever you do feel like something's coming up again, you refer back to this, figure out what center it is, and really explore those avenues. Because all these things are just pointing to those inner quest of exploration. So if you have questions, the most important thing is always to seek out answers. And this is a great tool that each of us can use, and it's going to be unique to us. So it's been Peter here from FSP. Thank you for joining me tonight. Namaste. I bow to the divine within. And have a great night. Bye. Love you.